Alright. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for some questing with Kilo. That's me. Um, alright, if you like tonight's show, give it that thumbs up. If you like the content in general, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. We've got a deck to win tonight, and then we've got we got to cast some blue and black spells, so we can have some fun with that. I'm sure there's a nice little blue and black deck. I think we won an event deck here not too long ago that was blue and black pirates or something like that. Walk the planker, you know. So we're going to be playing that. We've got yeah, that's what we've got. So let's get some. Let's get some shout outs to chat. Let's talk to some of the guys in chat and gals and everybody else, and then we're gonna get started. All right. Justin Clay, his internet's fixed. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy for you, sir. I don't know how you live without internet, man. Like, man, that would have destroyed me. You know, I got my Hulu, my Netflix, my YouTube, plus the stream, right? Oh man. No internet, I would just be like, wow, yeah, it's that would just destroy me. Of course, Justin told me, he goes, yep, no internet, so I just went to sleep. Yep. Logical order, that's right, buddy. It's questing time. What's up, Adam? How you doing? And Steven, what's up, Steven? That's right. Thumbs up. Give it that thumbs up. That that button, right? Hey, it helps the video get into more feeds. More people get to see it. YouTube's more likely to suggest it. Also, seems like a lot of people have really liked my meta coverage video. I definitely think with the response that I've gotten from the latest meta coverage video that I would be a fool to quit doing that. So I'm 100% going to continue doing meta coverage videos. I will make it a point to cover each of the new undefeated list or big events. Now, I would rather cover the top 8 of a big event than the 5-0 decks, but I will probably always pick a couple new decks from the 5-0 events and put in with a weekend event. Now, the season has just really started. We're going to start. Getting some bigger events here this weekend. There is a team event with a SEG Tour. Those of you that watch Jim Davis is going to be playing Standard this weekend with Todd Anderson and Ross Mirren from the Versus series. You might know those guys over at Star City Games Versus series. They're gonna be a team, so hopefully they'll do well, and we might get a chance to play Jim Davis's list. We've got either way, we've got that event coming up, and I will be pulling the standard decks from that event. And the standard decks from that event will I'll post those. We'll do a meta coverage on them. I'll pull them up where you guys can actually look at them. And then we'll go from there. So apparently people really like when I pull the decks up so you can actually see the deck directly in front of you. That seems to be very important. So I will continue to do that. That's pretty much it. You have missed nothing but an introduction there, Dragon Lord. Again, you missed me running my mouth, like always, man. That's what I do. I just sit here and run my mouth, and for some reason you love it. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, but we're gonna keep doing it. You can't stand watching Jim Davis. He just has a personality of an old leather shoe. He's a professional Magic player. But he's also I don't know. I like Jim Davis. I normally kind of fast forward through to the points where what I want to see and stuff like that. But he's a great player. So even if you don't watch him for the personality, he's probably pretty good to watch for other things. What's up, Rush? You're back. Welcome. Cheers, Adam. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. You didn't realize how popular the video was. Yeah, it's gotten more views than a lot of my videos have, and I think that I just have to keep doing it. So without pictures, you have zero clue. Okay, understood. what me or anyone else describing cards, right? Don't you hate that when you're like standing around and like you're a new player and you walk up to someone else talking about Magic and they just start rattling off these old cards that mean nothing about like what you guys are talking about, and they're just talking about old cards and they're like, yeah, this prototype portal, man, it was just, you get to imprint and then if you imprint a card under it's like what is all that? What I don't know. So yeah, I get where you're coming from there, Rush. And that's another reason I like to pull it up. Jim Davis is a poker player like you. I played a little bit, so annoying, right? Yeah, I'll try not to do that. We'll try to actually pull cards up and let you guys see it. Okay, so our first quest here is we need to play a game to unlock our deck. We also need to cast 20 blue or black spells. So I want to have some fun. Instead of playing my mono blue wizards, I'm just going to grab the Walk the Plank deck that they gave us, and we'll play with it. So it's not the greatest deck in the world, but I do need to lose a couple more games. Remember, I am always telling you guys that this is a video game. This is not Magic. I mean, it is Magic, but it's not exactly, you know what I mean? Like, it's a video game, and you do want to keep your bracket to where you can win when it comes time to win. Otherwise, you get thrown into a bracket, much higher than yourself. And then anytime you do try to play a deck that is not Tier 1, you're just going to be facing nothing but Tier 1 decks, and that may or may not be the greatest thing in the world for you. This looks like a very, very crappy hand. We get to do anything till turn 3 and 4. Yeah. I don't like this hand. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Doesn't look like we were going to be able to get started with that. This looks horrible. Departed Deckhand looks like it actually could fit in the Mono Blue Wizards deck. Just the idea of this card seems pretty good. Again, we have a bad hand. I'm going to mulligan it as well. Okay, well, at least we get a turn 1 play. I would love to leave that on top. So, here we go. Time to get rolling here. Now, Charter Course is going to be great because if we do get to attack, alright, he didn't have dock, so we're going to go to combat. We're going to attack, and then after we attack, we have completed the clause or satisfied Charter Course. So now we can actually just draw 2 cards off of Charter Course. There's the lands we're looking for, and now we can keep a little tempo game going here. Get to a Lava Runner. I'm okay with the Get to Lava Runner, so I'm just going to play Phantom Fleet Order. Now, we did control another pirate, so we did not take the damage from Phantom Fleet Order. So, I don't really like this card. I mean, it's a 3/3 for 3, but if you don't control another pirate, you're going to lose 3. Like, it just doesn't seem like enough. So, Grasping Scoundrel. Alright, well, now, I could just Exclusion Mage and, and tempo the opponent here a little bit, but I actually think I just want to murder this Drake while his shields are down, and then we're going to get in for a little damage. This also allows us, to leave up one of our blue mana so that we can use the Siren Storm Tamer, and then just kind of go from there. Someone who is currently on MTGO should let Jizzin know Eric is streaming. He'll figure it out. So do we want to keep the 3/3 or do we want to keep the flyer? You know what? I think we just counter the Fight with Fire and keep our little 3/3. It seems to be more damage, so we'll go this route. Ooh, he doesn't look like he cares about blocking. I mean, we can add a lot more to the board here. Let's go ahead and go to combat. Swing for 3. Nice little lightning strike in there. It's Grasping Scoundrel in there. And then pass the turn. Grasping Scoundrel is a cool little pirate. As long as it's attacking, it gets +1/+0. The Kitesail Corsair, as long as it's attacking, it gets flying. Okay, takes down our big bad 3/3. No blocks. We got no blocks. We can just go to combat here and swing in for 4. Still doing good damage. And I think I'm going to leave the Exclusion Mage here. Just hold that in my hand for a moment and see if he has something else he wants to do. At least, that has haste, so, I mean, he's got an option to really push some damage at us here. But then again, so do we. So, we'll go to combat, all-out attack. And then, I think I just want to play the Kitesail Freebooter here. And we'll take a look at what he has and probably just take the most devastating thing. Okay, so he's only got 1 red land, so repeating Barrage is not going to be a big deal. He can't play the Rowdy Crew. He's a long way from being able to play River's Rebuke. So I think I'm just going to take the 1 card that he can currently cast, Fight with Fire. So now he has to top deck a red land to be able to play his Repeating Barrage to even get back his Fight with Fire. And then we'll just kind of go from there. Now if he pulled a Mountain, you know, he's fair game here. What's up, Marcus? How you doing, sir? Entrancing Melody. He takes it. Okay. Okay. Entrancing Melody's okay. That's fine. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you attacked with a creature this turn. That's not bad. I think I could just Exclusion Mage to Fight with Fire back here. This doesn't have first strike. He's trying to block damage. Okay, so we're gonna return our Kitesail Freebooter to our hand, and I made a classic mistake. That being not tapping my mana properly. Auto tap is a bad thing, so I should have actually, you know, looked at how it wanted to tap and leave open a black so that I could recast the Kitesail Freebooter once everything was said and done. However, he does need to be able to cast something turn, and if he casts the Repeating Barrage to be able to deal with something, then he's probably dead to anything else. So let's go to combat. He'll cast the Repeating Barrage on one thing. He'll block the other. We'll be able to kill... No, we will not be able to kill Adeliz here, will we? Okay. Sorcery and Sorcery. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's just not going to work for him. He should have killed them on his turn. Alright, well, I mean, we won a game. We won a game. Not bad. Yeah, well, in the end, it turns out it didn't actually screw us over, so, you know, that's okay. Alright, well, we got a Boros deck, guys. I'm excited to see what's in the Boros deck and what we have to play with here. So, looks like we got a Leonin War Leader and, you know, Leonin Vanguard and some planes. Hey, let's go check it out. Alright, so we just go up to decks, find our Boros deck. Now, I had the red-white questing deck that I built. Like I said, guys, you know, if you don't have a deck to do certain quests with, it's always great to just go through your collection, grab, you know, the cheap cards that you have as far as, you know, 1 and 2 drops, and just put those into a deck. Even if you win or lose, you can always, like, complete your quest that way. So, yeah. Marcus says, you were watching my stream from yesterday. I need to change my settings so I can hold priority for things like Pass Wall Adept. How, like, that might be something I don't know about there. Like, I know that you can push control to hold priority when you want to hold priority, but I didn't know that that was something in the settings. Is there gameplay? Auto tap? Auto tap is enabled. Full control is control. Shift control is hold full control. Pass until response is enter. Pass turn is shift enter. Undo Z, and pass priority is space. Disable emotes. Evergreen keyword reminders. I don't know where those settings would be, other than just pressing control. I didn't expect that I would have to press control on that particular thing, but apparently, yeah. just pay him back somehow. Don't always have. What? What are we talking about here? You'd take the coworker up on the ride? What? What do you got going on, Rud? Or Madness? Madness, dude. Like, I'm sorry, man, but like, let's talk about that somewhere else, man. I don't know exactly what you got going on there, man, but let's talk about that somewhere else. All right, heroic reinforcements. Heroic reinforcements are. This is a great card. This is one of the cards from M19 that actually really started showing us that Boros would be a thing. Like, we started seeing this towards the end of the show, or end of the season. Man, Madness, see what you done? See what you done to me? Like, just 90% magic. 90% magic. All right. Heroic reinforcements is a great card, guys. You're going to die to this card. If you play it, you're going to kill people with this card. It's 4 mana, which seems ridiculous to get 2 1/1s, but creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. Right, no dropping to your knees midstream, man. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Gotta love having a store close to you. Support those LGSs. Absolutely. Like, I highly recommend that you guys support your LGS. You know, like, that's one of the reasons I don't like streaming on Friday, because I don't want to take anything away from an LGS. Plus, you know, hopefully I can finally get to going back to paper Magic. I love paper Magic. I think that there's absolutely nothing like sitting down in front of another player and watching, you know, the blood drain from their face as you cast the card that is going to wreck them. Lincoln. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Never mind, Val got him. Alright, Eric Space trying to figure out that chat. Yeah, that's about the feeling that I like about paper Magic, right? Yeah, paper Magic's always fun. It is great to be able to sit down in front of your opponent. Bluffing is a real thing in Magic, and it's amazing, you know, holding just a land in your hand and watching your opponent like try to play around this one card that you could have in your hand, and there's times where an opponent will defeat themselves because they're so worried about what you could have. And if you're a blue mage, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them not playing the one card that could absolutely destroy you because you're holding an island in your hand, and they're worried it's a counterspell. Yeah. What has been forgotten but is in a good spot? Adanto's Vanguard. I don't think Adanto's Vanguard's been forgotten, but like, I think it's terrific with the new. What's the name of that card? What's the name of that Boros card? It's it's a 3 mana sorcery. One moment, guys, I'll get there. Man, there's so many cards. Okay, so we're looking for a 3 mana red-white sorcery. This card works so well with Deafening Clarion. Deafening Clarion. You're going to keep hearing me say deafening. Deafening Clarion works so good with Adanto's Vanguard, it is ridiculous. You can actually, you know, go ahead and pay the 4 life on your Adanto's Vanguard, which will make it indestructible. Wipe the board. It's going to gain indestructible and lifelink. Now it's going to swing back for at least 3 damage, and for, you know, one point of life, you're like you basically get away with 1 point of life to make it great. So yeah. Really hope MTGA gets a system where you can turn, say, 4 commons into 1 uncommon, like a dust system or something like that. Mr. Penrose, Blue Penrose. I wonder if he knows Lee. Make it Naya for ramp spells. It's going to be jankier either way. Right. I'm actually just going to keep playing the other deck. This deck they didn't give us a ton. I guess I was supposed to talk about that deck a little bit, right? What did we get out of this deck that was worth it? Leon and Vanguards will get play. This is a good card. The Cavalry Drill Master is getting play in some of the decks, just because it's a knight, and you know it comes in and you get that +2, +0, and gain first strike on one of your knights until end of turn, which is not bad at all. Goblin Instigator is getting some play, so having a couple Goblin Instigators is great. Kanjali Sunwing is going to be pretty good. It's getting some play right now, so getting a Kanjali Sunwing's nice. Mentor of the Meek, terrific rare, and if you are in this like white weenie version, then that's great. Militia Bugler as a 3-of in this deck is absolutely phenomenal. This card's actually really good. Even got some modern play in humans for a little while. There's a big thing about, you know, like Cedric Phillips saying it was good versus bad, things like that. We have Active Treason, which is, you know, a card that a lot of people like. I don't know if I like it main board or not, but you know, it's in the deck. I don't think, you know, the Brute here is worth much. Trumpet Blast, oh my goodness, like this card's, it can be amazing. You know, attacking creatures get +2, +0 until end of turn. That could be enough to just end the game outright. And then, you know, you've got, you know, Hieromancer's Cage. I'm not really for sure about Hieromancer's Cage, whether or not this is good. There's the Convoke version of this right now for the same converted mana cost, but has Convoke on it, which is not bad at either. Not bad either. Inspiring Charge, this is just another pump. I don't really think I like that. The Leonin War Leader, this is getting like 4-of in a lot of decks, so getting this card out of the deck seems to be pretty sweet. And then Paladin of the Bloodstain, I'm not so you know, hyped about it. Captivating Crew is not like the greatest thing in the world, but the Heroic Reinforcements is terrific. And then we got a Siege Gang Commander out of it. Siege Gang Commander is getting play in the Goblins decks and some of the other Boros decks and stuff like that, so pretty good. Gotta go play some paper with Leslie. Well, man, y'all have fun. Hopefully you guys record that and we'll be able to see it on Tier 1 Jank here on YouTube Gaming. So everybody check that out. And then Burning Sun's Avatar, I don't know how much play this will get, but it's not a bad card either way. So other than that, yeah. Trumpet Blast is amazing in Two-Headed Giant. Trumpet Blast is not a bad card, period. It's fairly well priced for the amount of damage that you're going to be adding to the board during the combat phase. And normally you can make some of your small dudes really trade with, you know, with much bigger guys because of combat effects and stuff. And then, of course, we get a Clifftop Retreat. Clifftop Retreat's absolutely terrific here. Glad that we got that. I kind of wish that they would have given us, you know, like, I think all of these decks should have given us one of each, like one Clifftop Retreat, and then what's the other one? Oh no, I can't think of it. Where's it at? Clifftop Retreat, and what's the other? Where's the other one? Not Stone Quarry. What's the other Boros land? It's not the Guild Gates. I'm looking for it. One of you guys are going to type it before I ever get a chance. It's the Shockland. I cannot think of the name. Sacred Foundry. There we go. Yeah. I think that these decks all should have came with, you know, one of the, you know, enters the battle, the buddy lands, the check lands, you know, enters the battlefield tapped unless you can, you know, it checks that you have a mountain or plains. And then I think they should have given us, you know, one of the shock lands. So that would have been great. So we're centuries ahead of you. Right? Centuries. Centuries. We do need to cast 40 red and white spells, so I am going to go ahead and jump into a game with this strength in numbers. We'll try it out. we'll see how good this deck is and how good it isn't. So we'll see. Eric is the one who gave the person named Madness a wrench. How much can he complain? Right. Right. Yeah, I gave him the wrench. We don't always make the best decisions in life. All right. Well, we will not be playing any white cards with this hand. And I would really love to play a turn 1 Leonin Vanguard into a turn 2 Goblin Instigator. It seems like it would have been absolutely terrific. We are on the play, so we could get the Instigator down. But with no white, and this just makes it look like a really bad hand. Let's mulligan and see what happens. Okay, I mean, this is not the worst thing in the world. I'll keep this. We'll leave that on top. So we'll get our Vanguard down and go there. You're good, Madness. It's 90% magic. Don't worry, man. I have to tell myself all the time, 90% magic, Eric. 90% magic. Otherwise, I would be off talking about all kinds of things. After we play a couple games, if you send me 20 bucks, can we upgrade a deck or start building a different deck? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can definitely, yeah, we can do something with that. We can, I assume you want me to pick up like risk factors and sword point diplomacies and things like that and see if we can build like a red-black deck. So, I mean, I'll use everything you send me towards that. So, we can do it if you want. Do I really want to swing with this Leonin Vanguard? Just to kill this little walk the plank dude? Huh. For 20 bucks we could probably like build that entire deck on Magic Online. See, the problem is we may spend 20 bucks on Arena and not pull what we actually need. So, I mean, that is a thing. That could happen. Alright, so Paladin of the Bloodstained enters the battlefield. We can create a 1/1 vampire with lifelink. Leonin Vanguard. Yeah, I think I want the Leonin Vanguard. And then we'll go no attacks. I don't want to lose any guys here. We'll see what the opponent has. As long as he doesn't have murder, we should be alright. Getting in with the Leonin. There's the murder. There's the murder. Okay. Okay, opponent. So we'll make our vampire get into combat. The opponent doesn't know this is a mountain, so I can hang on to it. But yeah, like, that's the thing. Yeah, well, okay, so we should probably talk about cards like Sword Point Diplomacy and Risk Factor, because a lot of people, you know, have always had it in their heads, in Magic in general, that, you know, cards that give your opponent agency. Another murder. Awesome opponent. Awesome. But cards that give your opponent agency are normally just horrible. And, like, a lot of people are, you know, will say just don't play those cards. Because, you know, giving your opponent the choice, the opponent to, you know, make their own decisions is not really, or the option to make their own decisions is not really what you want to be, or where you want to be in Magic, because they're always going to choose what's best for them. Now, I learned with Pia's Revolution, which is you know, just this old card. Probably should have just killed that, right? Anyway, I learned with Pia's Revolution that with some clever deck building, that you can usually take the opportune choice away from them, right? Make it so that, no matter what they choose, it's good for you. And with cards like Risk Factor, you know, and for those of you that don't know what Risk Factor is, it's a card that's instant speed. It has Jumpstart, so that means, you know, you can cast it from the graveyard for, you know, the price of, you know, its converted mana cost plus discarding a hand card from your hand. Now, Risk Factor says that your opponent can either allow Risk Factor to deal 4 points of damage to them, or if they don't allow it to deal 4 points of damage to them, you get to draw 3 cards. Now, most of the time, what a whiff. I am so heartbroken. Wow. What a whiff. Anyway, they either basically let you take, you know, like 3 cards off the top of your library, or they're going to take 4 to the face, and then you draw a land, and you just pitch that land to cast it with Jumpstart back from the graveyard, and kind of go from there. Ooh. I guess we're going to have to keep pushing damage. Ooh, a Dire Fleet Poisoner. Alright. Well, we killed that. But if you can, like, somehow get it to the point where them taking 4 damage is a bad idea for them, them letting you have 3 cards off the top is a bad idea for them, then you're in a fairly decent position. And that's not really that bad. I mean, that's usually where you want to be. And that can actually alleviate some of the idea that, you know, like these agency cards are just bad. They're just bad. I kind of like Risk Factor. I'm not a huge fan of Sword Point Diplomacy, though. But I do like Risk Factor. I also, you know, when you're thinking about it and you're like, you know, if I Sword Point Diplomacy and they say, hey, I can't have this card or I can't have that card, you know, go ahead and exile those. They're going to take up to 9 damage from some certain cards. Well, this seems okay. If it resolves. Perfect. Hey, I get my card back. That works. Bye, Kitesail. Bye. Now we need to get some creatures on the battlefield and go from there. Dragonlord says Risk Factor is good in the correct deck, but it's kind of bad in the same deck with Sword Point, because they can just choose to exile Risk Factor when it comes off. Yeah, well, of course, there's always, it's a risk. It's 100%. It's a risk. So now if I do this. Let's see what happens here. Alright, now we're getting in for a little bit of damage. One risk factor in the graveyard is better than 3 damage and an exile. This is true, but you know, they're not always going to flip over a Risk Factor with your Sword Point Diplomacy, okay? I think that's probably a really good way to just use Burn altogether. Man, this is just turned out bad for us. The good news is at least we're playing a bunch of spells. I mean, we played what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these are all spells. So we've played 9 spells so far. So we're getting halfway through there, but yeah. Yeah, I think Risk Factor is the real deal in the right deck. I don't think it's one of those cards that you can just throw in any deck and say, hey, you know, this is the be-all, end-all. You know, I don't necessarily think that. This is bad. If he casts an instant or sorcery here, we're just dead. And I should have played this for the 10th spell. Should have got my 10th spell in. No! Should have got my 10th spell. Another draft or sealed? No. This is we're playing with the event deck that we won today. Here we go. You got us, opponent. You got us. Cast that instant or sorcery spell. And then you take our cage. It's game. But yeah, Rush. We can do that if you want. I'll pick up some stuff and we'll go from there. I guess that means that I need to pull up my app. Yeah, as soon as we complete the quest, Rush, we will try to build a risk factor sword point diplomacy deck, and just kind of take it from there. Do we even have any risk factors? Man, we only cast 11 spells. We've got a lot to cast here. Let's go back to decks. We'll say that we want to make a deck, and we're looking for. What I don't like though is sword point diplomacy. It's a rare, so you gotta spend rares to get it, which is absolutely horrible. Spending rare wild cards is horrible. Risk factor is also a rare, so we're looking at and this is the thing about Magic Arena is the deck may or may not go, like, it just may or may not go well. For 20 bucks, Rush, we may not have the cards for it, right? Yeah. We may just not get the cards for it. However, for that price, we can pick up those cards on Magic Online, and then I can pull everything that is old from manatraders. We can pull that. So if you want to send the money, we can switch over to Magic Online, and I can guarantee for the price that we can actually get the cards and play your deck. But on Magic Arena, it'd be a risk. It'd be a risk. We may not be able to get it. So if you want to see it played, I'll play it on Magic Online, and then we can go from there. I don't think I want to try to build it here on Arena. I mean, over time, we'll see if we can get it built here on Arena as well. Eventually, I want to put together the mono red burn deck here on Arena. It's a risk factor deck, with lightning strikes and shocks and things like that. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So, if you want the deck played, I will play it. But I'm going to play it. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I will play it, but we'll do it on MTGO, because I can guarantee that we can get the cards there on MTGO. On Magic Arena, you're taking a risk, and you've got to buy packs. You got to hope that you get some things to open out of that pack. Let's say that your entire deck had more than just those 8 rares in it, and I didn't get more than 8 rare wild cards. Yeah, then I wouldn't be able to get your entire deck. So that would be a pain. So this is just like a bad tokens deck. That's what this feels like. It just feels like a bad tokens deck. This is what Magic Arena gives people to start playing with, though. So yeah. No. Yeah, well, Arena's not a trading card game. It's a video game. Okay, so you cannot call Arena a trading card game, and I wouldn't call it a trading card game because you can't trade a card, right? But it is 100% a video game. Man, I want that Vanguard. But I want that Martyr of Dusk. I think I'm going to take the Vanguard, because if we do get a red source, we can play a Goblin Instigator and a Vanguard, and it would be great. Inspiring Charge. Creatures you control +2/+1 until the end of turn. Oh, I've got to quit this stupid stuff like that. Heroic Reinforcement's not bad. Alright, well. It's got First Strike. Yeah. Getting in there. because he ain't scared. He attacks and he blocks. But yeah, Arena is set up to make you buy. This card's real, guys. This is the real deal. Get used to it. This common is going to be doing things. Going to be doing things. Might be able to like sneak our way into killing something here. Like this doesn't get through for damage because he blocks it with a forward 4, but anything he blocks the on him with, we get to kill it. Probably just puts this haunted witness in front of it. I mean, if he thinks he's clever, he'll put the knight in front of it, but he's not going to. If that didn't give me the chance to cast that before damage, I was going to be so mad. We just traded one of our cards for half of one of his cards. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, Cavalier is really, really nice. There we go. When Conclave Cavalier dies, create 2/2 green and white elf creature tokens with Vigilance, which seems pretty sweet. Hey, we got it, but it came in tap. I'm gonna go no attackers. So what is this? Convoke and Vigilance, 5 mana 4/4. This is not a real thing. You're not going to see this card for very long. This is filler for now. This card's real. No blocks, which means we take one heck of a beating. Come on. Multi-bugler from the opponent. Yeah, the Selesnya deck here is pretty sweet. Martyr of Dust. Okay, I think it just took a little too long for us to get what we were looking for there. We can go Cage and get rid of the 4/4, but at that point we're just gonna die on Crackback. We can kill some stuff. We just need to put out, you know, something that's going to create 2 bodies, and this maximizes the use of our mana is the reason I played this, and it does put out 2 bodies, and they're a little bit bigger than a 1/1. So we'll go with Nova Tax here. We did gain 1 point of life from the Leon and Vanguard's trigger, which was the reason of playing it before combat. So playing guilds without you? I'm sorry, Rob. My bad, dude. I didn't know that you would be super excited about Guilds of Ravnica. Everyone was super excited about Guilds of Ravnica, right? So we can put the Paladin in front of. We want to kill as many things as possible. But we also need to block a bunch of stuff to save damage. I think this is how I want to block. We're going to take the 4. We're going to gain 1. We're going to be at 4. We're going to lose some things. Yep, we lost some things. Jolly Sunwing is not bad. What do we have for 3? Looks like it's just going to be Instigator and Kanjali Sunwing here. This will make us a few blockers. And then we'll go no attacks. We do have to just continue to like stave off damage. Looks like he's just going to sack his locket. Yep. Sack the locket, draw 2 cards. Yeah, it's definitely a good running for the opponent. I mean, we're casting spells though. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've cast 6 spells, which is kind of, you know, the point of our dirtleness. Dirtle. Pitiless Gorgon. Okay, so we can start getting rid of some of these 4/4s. I think that's what we have to do. Just start getting rid of 4/4s. And then we're gonna go no attacks. I think that we can survive at least one more turn. We're gonna take 3 points of damage here. If he's got a combat trick, we're just dead. If he doesn't have a combat trick, then we'll be okay. Probably gonna lose our Kanjali Sunwing because that's a thing. But we'll put both the Sunwing and the Militia Bugler right. He's gonna move the Kanjali Sunwing so that it dies. We're at 1. No combat trick from the opponent. Knight of Grace. Okay, so what does that allow us to do? That allows us to Hieromancer's Cage. And I'm going to take the Pitiless Gorgon. And then I'm going to play the Goblin Instigator. If we turn the curve on this, I am going to be highly impressed. I am going to attack here because he has Vigilance. And, you know, if we turn the curve at 1, I'm going to be so impressed. Johnny. No, not a Johnny.
Come so far. See in yourself what I see in you.
Okay. Well, I'll block here and chump block. Okay. Ooh, Mentor may be great. If we Mentor, we can't do anything else. If we Heroic Reinforcements, I think we kill, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heroic Reinforcements allows us to keep some bodies back and kill a Johnny. And I think that's where I want to be. No! No! Alright, a Johnny. A Johnny. We have to keep a blocker back. Oh, that's so brutal.
Peace remains an option.
That is so brutal. Right? Stabilizing at 1 is one of the greatest feelings in the world, isn't it? That's not good. That's going to be hard to deal with.
Look how far you have come.
Yeah, look how far you have come just to die. How many spells have we cast? We got 8 in. Alright. Brute's not horrible. It's also not what we need to get the job done here. So we'll play our Mentor of the Meek. And no attackers? It's first strike. This is the problem. This is a problem. Mentor of the Meek could help us dig through this, but we're going to need some stuff.
I will lend you.
We're 100% going to need some stuff. Okay, so throw a chump block here. A chump block there. Yep, this is all happening. Haunted Witness. And that's a land. Good game, opponent. Okay, well, we cast all the spells that we could. Good game, and concede. Okay, well, we didn't stabilize at 1, unfortunately. That's so anticlimactic, right? Alright, well, it's alright. Okay, we've cast 25 spells. We need 15 more. 15 more red or white spells, and then we need to go cast 12 more blue or black spells to finish up our quest. At that point, we will Rush, you sent me $1. As soon as you, alright. That's funny. Leon and Vanguard, Leon and Vanguard. I mean, at least we'll be casting some spells, right? If we play the Plains on turn 1, we play a Leon and Vanguard, play the Stone Quarry, and another Leon and Vanguard on 2. It's not too much thing. Let's see what happens. Playing with these event decks, it's definitely challenging. It'll make you look for lines that you're not as used to looking for, which is kind of fun, you know. I like the fast-paced play of Arena, but I don't like the acquiring of cards. The acquiring of cards just really feels like it's a grab for money, which I assume that that's exactly what it is, and you know I can't begrudge a company for trying to make money. I mean, that's capitalism at its best, right? But I don't know if I really like the way they went about it. Like, I think that there would still be plenty of money to be made and allow people to trade cards and things like that. So like having a trading card game with no value in the trading. He's only got 1 black source. I bet we can get this leader. I bet we can make an attack 1 time. I'm going to kill it. This seems good. If I play the creature before combat here, this will be big enough that like it can swing too. So now he has to decide if he wants to get rid of it. Oh, he just takes the whole thing. Okay. Alright, well. Seems good. Another call to the feast. Wow. How much damage do we get through here? So this has to be done as a sorcery. Like, the question is, do I just want to like take something, or do I want to attack? If I take something, like pretty much everything I have is like safe, and then we're set up to heroic reinforcements or something next turn. I think I'm just gonna take something, and then heroic reinforcements next turn. Like, the go wide strategy here looks... Cast no spells! No! Yeah, making wild... Okay, so that's something that I think would have been great. There's a couple things that I think would be absolutely terrific that, you know, if Wizards would do these things, that I think that it would mean a lot. For one, making the little pets on the maps, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in the next game. We need to cast 10 more spells here. Making the pets on the maps customizable and like so you could have your little pet and interactive. They have made them somewhat interactive. You need something that you can show to people, or even you set your deck box down over there or something like that. Can we play any of this? We got Chomping Blast. It's crap. Okay, so there's like these little scorpions on this map that walk like up through here, and those scorpions would be really cool if you could interact with those. We just seen some little pet jump out right there, but I think you should be able to have like a pet, and then your opponent has a pet, and then from time to time those pets interact or something like that. Now they don't necessarily have to give you control of them interacting, but if you would have your own little miniature Mizzet here, or something of that effect, that would be absolutely terrific. I think people would really like that. And having certain ones that were for limited time, like you're only going to be able to get this one for a limited time. Those people that played during this period of time, you're going to have those. It's going to make people really connect to the game. We're just questing. We're playing with our red-white deck here. We need to cast 10 more spells. Right, you could get bigger and better. You're doing. Right. I was thinking somewhat like World of Warcraft. People really love the companion pets, even though the companion pets don't really do anything, and then later they turned into like pet battles and stuff like that. I'm hoping the little scorpion walks by. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But if they have, they're one a bird. They're one a bird. Jungle-born Pioneer. I knew I was killing the Jungle-born anyway, so. Goblin Instigator. Martyr of Dusk. I think I like the Instigator. Come on, where are you at, little scorpion? Oh, there's a little... Oh, man, they ran out. There's another lizard. Like, you can click the map. Things like this. As you can see, like, you can make the little sparks on the map when you click it. I think I want to captivating crew here. Wow, I mean they're running so fast you can't touch them. Like you just got to be waiting on them. And anyway, there's a scorpion that comes out. Just kind of walks up through here. Maybe it's not the scorpion on this map. Maybe that's the other one. Justin Clay. Why don't you tell everybody in stream your little idea, right? If you're looking at the screen, you know what I'm talking about. Justin Clay's come up with a great idea for Boros, fellas. Alright, well... We can heroic reinforcements and really do some work, so... Maybe I just want to do this instead. We want to just kill some stuff? Active treason is shapers of nature. Now if he wants to put some stuff in front of it, like, it's going to cost him. He's just going to take a bunch of damage. Okay. That will work too. Heroic reinforcements may just do him in. Tajik with Shala seems great. Alright, so Justin Clay says, I think that would be awesome with the mentor mechanic. Herald of Secret Streams, as Dev calls him, House. Ooh, the opponent's getting in here, tapping us down. So Herald of Secret Stream says that creatures you control with +1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. Okay, that alone is pretty good. Does he turn this stuff sideways? No way. I'm guessing he does. Okay, so this may be game right here, guys. My turn. So play the land. No spell pierce. Don't have a spell pierce. And go get some. Are you doing math, opponent? My math says I win. Alright. Yay, we won, but I don't think we cast enough spells. Or we might have. Alright, so the idea that Justin Clay has is the 1 blue, 3 colorless Herald of Secret Stream says that creatures with +1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. Mentor gives +1/1 counters to creatures. We know that Jeskai has a great mana base right now because we have, 4 good lands for red-white. We have 4 good lands for red-blue. We have, we have 8 good lands for red-white and 8 good lands for red-blue. And then we have 4 good lands for blue-white, which can make up a great mana base. So we can have a very, very smooth mana base that would allow us to have pretty much anything we want when we want it. And then you're talking about mentoring at the beginning of combat, putting +1/1 counters on guys, and then them not being able to be blocked because you have a Herald of Secret Streams. And that alone could be absolutely phenomenal for Mentor. If you're running cards like a Johnny and things like that, you're going to be able to put +1/1 counters on things. 1 away, guys. We are 1 away. Okay, so we just need to go complete this quest as quickly as possible, right? Don't know what else would go in there blue creature-wise. No, but if you have good access to blue, that means you've got negates in the sideboard, so you have a Boros deck that has access to negate, which could be phenomenal. Being able to, dodge like Settle the Wreckage or even Admiral's Orders would be pretty good. So it looks like that would be really good. Sleep is a great card. I really do like Sleep. Alright, we're going to keep. And we're going to turn 2 Lightning Strike and scoop. Alright? We just need to complete the quest. GG. Ooh, we're going to burn ourselves. We just need to cast it. Funny. And then we'll let the opponent think. Warkite Marauder could be good. Absolutely. I don't think that it has a place when you're trying to use all of the good mentor creatures and things like that. We're not really worried about the opponent blocking and things like that. I think that type of deck needs to be 100% streamlined to one idea or one effect. We will get. Looks like we've still got a new deck to get tomorrow. And we'll see what that is in 5 hours and 39 minutes. I doubt I'm going to be streaming then, so we'll see what that is tomorrow night. We do need to go cast 20 blue or black spells, so we need 12 more of those. We do have a pack. Let's go crack this pack, see what we get out of M19. We got a Stitcher Supplier. That's not bad. Wall of Mist. We got Shock. That's going to be great. I actually like this card. Rogue's Gloves seems really, really sweet. So that's pretty sweet. And then we got a Gin of Wishes. I took it away. My bad. Alright. Let's cast these last We need to get a win, and we need to cast 12 blue or black spells. Oh, I'm gonna make you guys sit through it. Let's just go play mono blue. Yeah, my sideboard's a little bit wonky in my mono blue. I've got Spell Pierce, Disdainful Stroke, Disperse, Essence Scatter, Negate, Diamond Mare, Murmuring Mystic, and Sleep. So, we'll just hit play on the ladder. And then, once we get all of that complete, I'm probably just going to buy a couple packs of gold or something like that. I normally use that gold to get into drafts and things, but buy a couple packs of gold and go from there. So, go ahead and just win that. If you guys play your quest, like, oh man, that's sweet. That is so super sweet. This should have been a way to protect this on too. This should have been a 1 mana like Spell Pierce. Come on, opponent, don't be red. This deck hates red deck. This deck's not really fond of black. But that does mean we will get at least 1 card draw here. 100% going to take that action. Alright. Warkite Marauder. We'll go to combat. And we'll take action. Draw land and pass. So I'm not really worried about the Warkite Marauder right here. Comes a 1/2. Okay, so now we've got Merfolk Trickster, which means we'll get to kill the Warkite Marauder. Let's go ahead and attack. Absolutely going to take the action. And we will end the turn. Yes, I could probably get down Jin, but as of right now, I don't have a way to play the Jin. So we have to counter this. As long as they don't have dead weight, we should be okay. We're casting spells, though. This is fair. So now we can. Let's see what we draw. Another Mistcloak Herald. It's not bad. We'll go ahead and drop the Tempest Djinn. Okay. So we have a backup plan here. Another Warkite Marauder. Awesome. Awesome. How many cards do we want to draw? I think we're in a spot where we can protect this. So he scooped. He scooped. Oh man. All right. We didn't get to cast spells. Something awesome with Shalai is a go wide green-white token build with Song of Freyalise. At the end of opponent's turn, you can tap all of your tokens to add +1/+1 counters to everything. That does seem great, and then you know the next turn, like Song of Freyalise goes off, and then you get an extra counter on them. They get Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. That all sounds terrific. We need to cast 5 more spells, guys. 5 more spells. And then we will move to MTGO and spend Rush's money. Assuming that... Oh, there we go. Alright. Thank you, Rush. I appreciate that. And I am... Bam. There we go. Money's in the bank, and well, the Cash App's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I appreciate that you're like, look, I need a way to give you money to play on Magic Online. Your homie told you a cool thing with sagas and release the win. Alright, we need to cast 5 spells here, guys. So, not really worried about like much else other than just casting spells. You just like Shala as a the top of a Boros deck. Shala's really good, so it's sad. I could just cast 2 spells, but I'm not going to. I could have stopped in his upkeep and tapped down that Merfolk Trickster. Elvish Rejuvenator. Nope, no ramp for you. I don't like it. I don't like it, opponent. I really hate running this out against most decks, but against the green deck, you've got to race them. So you kind of need to be on the race from the very beginning. So I'm doing this in his upkeep before he gets a chance to draw a card, which removes the ability to like play things for much cheaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then he's dead on Crackback. Hey, we cast 5 spells. We cast 5 spells. I love this deck. God, I love this deck. This deck is so sweet. Mono blue wizards, boys and girls. Mono blue Jin, mono blue wizards, mono blue aggro, tempo, whatever you want to call it. Hey, we got a Memorial to War. Okay, we have completed our quest for today. We got some pretty cool decks. We've got a new deck coming out tomorrow. I was talking to you guys earlier about things I think that they could do to make the game better. Giving personalized, like, more of these, limited access to some of these, so as you earn them, like they will be available for that block. If you didn't play during that block, you don't get it. Like, so for this year, if you play during this year, you should have the ability to get a Vivian Reed. After M19 rotates out, Vivian Reed should be gone, right? And it just shouldn't be here anymore to be able to win. And then if you won it or you earned it or whatever, then at that point, like, you would have that in your collection. Like, they don't have to have it just these here. They don't have to have Jace Bellerin over here and tell you the history of these things. So they could just have a list of avatars, or this could even be scrollable, so you could just scroll down on it and things like that, and then just keep your history over here if you want the history. But Vivian Reed's a limited of time or something like that. The same with Teferi. So people would be able to earn some of these and keep them. So yeah, like, I think that would be one way that people could have something that would allow them to connect to the game, and it would be a lot more special if it like, it would really connect you to your game if you had something that other people can't get. We see this in games like World of Warcraft. We see this in games like PUBG. PUBG has the varsity jacket. Those that got the varsity jacket will be the only people who ever have the varsity jacket. People who have certain pets, certain clothes and things like that in World of Warcraft, those will not come back. You'll never get those again. So that sort of thing. So all right, guys, like that's one of the things I think they could do to help this game out, you know, to make it a little bit more personalizable for people playing with it. The other thing would be, you know, allow you to have some type of little pet or something on the battlefield. But if you can't show the things you have to other people, then what's the point, right? Like, you have to be able to show this stuff off. So
Every
Vivian's so
makes
cool,
me
though, man.
stronger.
Like, those green eyes are just epic. Epic. Like, I mean, I know they gave her green eyes as well.
Beasts.
They gave everybody, like, colored eyes.
For my excellent timing.
Well, not to
I
fairy,
fight with a
guess. Yeah,
dragon's rage.
You do not have
Johnny's
to
got
fight
one
alone.
pretty blue eye,
It's
right?
my turn.
It made everyone's
Defend
eyes glow
yourself.
except for, like, Gideon and Teferi. Like,
We'll make
even
this
Jace's eyes are glowing.
Are you
The old
sure
lady.
you're ready to face
She's got
me?
purple. Grandma's eyes don't glow no more. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. Gideon,
You can tell
Grandma,
me.
Sorry I'm late.
and Teferi are the only ones who don't have glowing eyes. That's sad. All right.
Right on schedule.
We'll be Teferi for a little while. Okay, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I've got to put in some. I got to put in some monies. So I need to put in some, like, credit card information, things like that. I'm going to take the stream down for a few minutes, and then I'm going to bring it back up, and we're going to be playing Magic Online, and we're going to be playing Sword Point Risk Factor, which we're going to see. We're going to see what it's like. So if you guys want to join me back here in 15 minutes, then that's going to be great. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that. Let's make it 20 minutes. I'm going to make a thumbnail for it really quick. So we're going to do Sword Point Risk Factor, a deck by Rush. Should be a lot of fun. I hope to see you back here. We'll be on Magic Online, not Magic Arena. It's gonna be absolutely terrific. It's going to be absolutely terrific. But I do need to put in some credit card information, things like that, things I don't want to do on stream, some other stuff. So I need to go spend Russia's money. And this goes for the rest of you guys. If you want me to spend some of your money and play some of your stuff, then we will. So you call the deck Damned If You Mar Do, Damned If You Mar Don't. It's funny, Rush. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But if you guys want me to spend some of your money, you can do that. $20 donation will get you a game played, and a $50 donation will get you a league. So I do the bonus leagues like Jim Davis and a lot of other streamers. So if you guys do want to see that, then we can. Rush, can you Facebook me the latest version of your deck, and then I'll pull that up and we'll go from there. All right, guys. It is 10:34. I will be back no later than 11 o'clock. That is 25 minutes from now. I'm going to try to be back up and running by 20 minutes, but probably just going to set it for 11 o'clock. So we'll see you guys back in 25 minutes. Yeah, we'll just say 25 minutes, and that gives me time. This way I don't like overdo it. But yeah, Rush, send me the latest version, and we're going to pull it up, and we're going to start playing some Magic. Guys, I'm Eric. You've been questing with Kilo. I'm Kilo. That's me, Eric Kilo. That's my name. If you guys are wondering who Kilo is, my name is Eric Kilo. This is my not born name. I had my name changed at 14 to my grandfather's name. Whatever. Anyway, you've been questing with Kilo. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. We'll see you back here for more fun. Bye, guys.